Hello, ladies and gentlemen, the unknown species. Welcome back, as always. I'm xHitoBiteZ, and this is Rime Berta. If you remember, a few videos ago, I said that this is the best place. I said that there's a really good place to train, but there's a better one coming. This, in my opinion, this is a great place to train. This is like the bestest place to train. Everyone comes towards you. When you get over leveled, this map takes like 4 to 6 minutes. I'm not even kidding. You don't even have to do anything. You just have to wait, and they literally just all come up. They come up nice and slow. So if you want to go up to them, you can go up to them and slap them. If you want to let them come to you, you can let them come to you and slap them. It's amazing. And I mean amazing. Just train here for the rest of your existence. You should train here for some time if you do need training though. Anyway, you can also get a witch to join your party, so if you're not really interested in training your sorceress, you can just keep doing this level over and over again and get a witch. Or you can get a spell blade if you're like, dog, I want it now. And you'll literally get it now. Seriously, you'll get it right now because he's right there. He's staring at you. He is eating you. He is loving you, or she, if you want it to be a girl. They're all puppets, so it really doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. It's a puppet. Anyway, so today I have to tell you guys a story. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to hear a story? I thought so. So today is a date that I had a class. The class is a class where you learn and stuff. So I learned and stuff. Well, not today. Today was the test, quiz, exam, whatever you want to call it. In my opinion, they're all literally the same thing. You get graded on your performance. So whether you call it a quiz, a test, or an exam, it's literally the same thing in my opinion. Maybe they're worth different amounts, but I mean, different jobs are worth different amounts of salary. So what's the difference? A job is literally a job. There are different jobs out there that pay you different salaries, but on the whole grand scheme of things, a job is a job. So anyways, I was taking this quiz test thing today, and I was like, oh snap, my calculator's broken. And literally my calculator broke. So I got my pencil out, I put my notebooks away, put my cell phone in my pocket, took out my calculator wasn't working, and the person next to me, my friend, started laughing. He's like, ha ha ha, this is called karma. This is what you get for telling me that I didn't bring a calculator. And I was like, karma doesn't exist, dog. You live in some different universe where I don't want to live in, because I live in a universe where karma does not exist. And then she just started laughing, and then he was like, and then the professor came in, he was like, well, today is the exam and there will be arranged seating. I was like, yes! I've always wanted arranged seatings during an exam. And then I went up, got my number, I got the number 20. I was like, yes! This is exactly the number I wanted. I said that out loud, I screamed it. I literally screamed, this is exactly the number I wanted. I sat down in my seat, and then all of a sudden, the person who I was sitting next to, my friend, gets the seat right next to me. We picked out numbers randomly out of a hat. Kind of a hat. But let's just say it's a hat because it doesn't really matter what it is. It was random. Nobody saw the number. We just picked it up. I took it. I got into number 20. I sat in my seat and she was like, what number did you get? And I said, I'm not telling you. And then she was like, no, seriously, what number did you get? I was like, I got 20. And then she started laughing at me hysterically, showed me her card. She got the number 9. Number 9 sits right next to me, and I'm like, oh my god. Did you steal that from someone? Did you steal that from someone? And then she just started laughing and said, obviously not. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And then she told the professor that she don't got a calculator, and the teacher was like, yo dog, you don't need a calculator. You can't use your cell phone, but if you want, you can go outside and look for a calculator. So she went outside. 10 minutes later, she came back and she was like, yeah, nobody gave me a calculator. Meanwhile, I was taking my test. I finished like the first, probably like the first third of the whole quiz, test, whatever you want to call it. There was like 32 questions or something, 32, 34 questions, something like that. And I finished the first like 10 questions by the time she came back, which was like maybe like 10 minutes. And then I was like, alright, if I took me like 10 minutes to complete 1/3 of the quiz when we have 70 minutes, I'm doing something wrong. And that is not using the time to my full potential. Everyone's always like, yo dog, I'm gonna complete the test early. I'm like, nah dog, I'm gonna use the 70 minutes to take the test. I am going to double check, quadruple check my answers and make sure I did not make any simple mathematical errors, which I've learned from experience, and everyone else always says, everyone else has also experienced this. And you rush, you always make simple mathematical errors. And I'm like, yeah, you do, which is why I never rush. Even then, I still occasionally make mathematical errors, but that's mostly because sometimes I read the question incorrectly. Or at least I read the question and I know what it's asking, but then when I start solving it, I start solving something different, which happens occasionally. It happened to me last week on one of my accounting related homework, test, quiz, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's the story. Anyways, I actually didn't finish the story. The test was like so amazing. I know for a fact that I am going to get a 100% on that test. 100% on that test. Why do I know that? It's simple. The test was, I felt like I was eating orange juice. It felt like I literally ate orange juice while I was taking that test. That's how it was. That was really stupid. I didn't even pay attention to the brave guard that he had, so I just ended up doing a attack. 3 home way shot, whatever you call it. Yeah. Never a doubt in my mind. That's actually what I messaged. I texted after I got home. I sent a text message. I was like, never a doubt in my mind. And then I have like a little smiley face thingy that shows 100 in nice big red letters, and then there's 2 red lines under it. And it looks so great, so I typed or pressed like 50 of those, and it was like, never a doubt in my mind. 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. I felt amazing. And after the test, I went to this guy who was like, he also took the test. He submitted it really early, and I was like, interesting. I didn't actually take the full 70 minutes. I took maybe 50 minutes. 50-ish minutes. 50, maybe 55 minutes I took, maybe. I could have taken the whole 70 minutes, but I had finished double, triple, quadruple checking all my stuff. So I was like, I'm not gonna waste another 15 minutes here after double, quadruple checking my stuff. So that's exactly what I did. I left after like 50 minutes. Which I think is okay. Because I finished the test after like maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes. But then I started double checking my poop. And I was like, yo dog, I gotta make sure that I don't make any mistakes. I'm gonna get 100 on this test and I'm gonna prove it to you. To you means my brain and the teacher that I deserve an A++ in your class. I guess we completed the level. I was sort of paying attention, but I was paying more attention to my story. So anything that happened in this video, thank you.